Hey guys, what's up? It's Hitman23, and I am back with a video showcasing some more of the stuff I got out of those two collections I acquired over my vacation. I did acquire two collections, one from my brother-in-law and one from my wife's cousin's son, and there was some pretty cool stuff in there. The first thing I'm just going to go through a stack of what I call beater cards. Mostly just Hall of Famers, but just, cool cards. I'm probably just going to throw in a binder and have, like a binder of just well-loved beater cards. They're cool to look at, so I'll get right to that. It's a, pretty nice stack here. And then I'll show you a couple of the highlights out of this stuff, the bigger stuff. So first thing, I get this 1973. This is 73 tops. Actually, these are going to be all tops. So I'll just say 73 Jim Palmer boyhood photos of the stars. So there's little Jimmy and his little swim ring there. And then I got this nice beaten up 73 Bob Gibson. 72 runs batted in leader card with Johnny Bench and Dick Allen. 74 strikeout leaders card. Ryan and Carlton, two Hall of Famers, really cool. This is from 75 tops. If you can't tell with the crazy double colors there. This is 74 tops. This is a 73 stolen base leaders of Brock and Tommy Harper. And here's a 73 Lou Brock. Okay, these are in pretty decent shape. I have some more in here that are in really rough shape, but these are not bad. These aren't bad. But these will go in a binder, just nice to look at. A 74 Burt Blyleven. Here's a 74 Hank Aaron Special. This is card number 2. That's cool. It depicts his rookie card, the 54 tops. They did this for Pete Rose in 86 as well. Here's another boyhood photos of the stars of Jim Palmer. That one's a little more worn out. Shush! You're gonna spoil it for everybody. Here's a nice beat up Jim Catfish Hunter. Got a nice crease right here, nice crease right there. So I actually really like that. That's cool. So I don't know. The more crease, the better. Sometimes. Nice off-center Reggie Jackson. That's probably one of the worst looking cards I've ever seen. It's just awful shot there. 73's got some hit or miss action photos, and this is definitely a miss. That's that one. I got a nice off-center Joe Morgan. 73. A bunch of 73s coming up now. I got couple of Burt Blylevens. Got a couple of Billy Williamses. And I got, let's see, 4 Harmon Killebrews. Beater. Now this one's cool. It's a 73 leaders card, but you could see, I don't know if something was rubbed against it, but it's all like worn out across the face of the card. So it's like kind of like a cloudy look to it. And then I love that. I love this card. I love the 73 Johnny Bench. And I've heard stories where he hates that card and he will not sign it if people ask him to sign it. Again, I don't know if that's true, but I think it's an awesome card. I love that. You don't really see action photos like that. Willie Stargell. I don't know, but that's what I've heard. I've heard he hates that card, that photo on that card. Willie Stargell. And here's a 1972 Juan Marichal with a beautiful crease right through his eyes, right there, full across the card. And 72 tops is awesome. Here's a great Roberto Clemente. Great shot in that card with a nice crease right down the center of the card. So that's definitely a well-loved card. Maybe it was in somebody's wallet or pocket. A Raleigh Fingers. This is right before. He doesn't have the handlebar yet. He's growing it out, but he doesn't have the handlebar mustache there yet. It's still just a regular mustache. But that's a nice beater. Now this isn't a Hall of Famer, but it's a really beat up card. It looks like it got wet at one time. It's got some paper loss. But it's a second-year George Hendrick card, and I just kind of like that. I like the patina on that card. And we got a Goose Gossage rookie off center, miscut, what have you. It's got some creasage in there. Got just the base Jim Palmer. Couple Al Kalines, one miscut, and just a regular, not miscut. There's a Ron Santo. And here's a really nice, a beautiful Nolan Ryan card. Really nice and worn. See the corners are nice and round. That's sweet, right? Here's a Don Sutton that's nice and beat up. Nice beat up Don Sutton. Another Blyleven. Another Stargell. Another Palmer, but this one's in much worse. It's got the crease. It's got some, I think it's got some wax stains on it. Another Ryan with a crease right down the center right there. It's like the San Andreas Fault. And got a 74 Willie McCovey. Look at that airbrush job. It's fantastic. A couple of 75 Bert Blylevens. Couple of 75 Blylevens. That's cool with in the dugout with the blowing of the gum there, the bubble. Here's some newer stuff. Just a bunch of 81 tops. Joe Morgan. The second year Ricky Henderson, a couple of those. Here's a nice Reggie. The classic Reggie swing. Here's a Blyleven. Dave Winfield right before he came to the Yankees. And here's actually an 81 Donruss of Steve Carlton, but that's off-centered and just beat on and all yellowed in the back. A couple of Tim Raines rookie cards. And just a couple of, here's some more Blylevens. A couple of Ozzie Smith record breakers. There's a nice 1980 Reggie Jackson. It's got some dinged corners. Really not a bad looking card. A couple of Gooses from 80. Here's a nice worn out 75 Phil Niekro. It's not a bad 79 Joe Morgan. Here's a nice worn out 76 Gossage. A nice creased, crease right there, 1979 Mike Schmidt. Now Mike Schmidt does not have some very nice looking cards. I mean his 76 is really nice. It's him, I guess, kind of in a bunting pose, and his 81's kind of cool. It's action, but like his 75 is just an awful looking card. 77, 78, Robin Yount, 1980 tops. Actually, it's not so bad. Actually, of all the cards in this pile, this card's in pretty nice shape. And here's the 1981 Fleer Robin Yount. 1979 Lou Brock. It's the last regular card of Lou Brock's career. He did have a 1980 tops record breaker card, but this was his last regular card. And here, not a Hall of Famer, but it's a rookie card of Gary Templeton. Nice and beat up on the corners. Here's 75 Ron Santo, another one of those. And here's what I was saying, then Mike Schmidt, 1975 Mike Schmidt, really beat up. It's got a couple of creases. It got banged up, rounded corners. It's got the worn face. Yeah, it's just that's a really used and beater, but it's still cool. So somebody enjoyed that card. I told you, that's just an ugly card. Now that's a cool card. The 75 Steve Carlton. Here's a 79 Johnny Bench. Joe Morgan. Showed that one before. It's an 80 tops Johnny Bench. And what else we got here? Anything really worth showing? And that is, here's a nice yellowed 81 Fleer Ricky Henderson. It's all yellow on the side, off center. Here's a really rough 77 Jim Palmer at the side here. It's all dinged up in the corners. I do like that card though. I like that card. And then what else? Here's a rough Eck rookie. Got a crease in it. And that's pretty much it. Here's an 81 Nolan Ryan. That's creased and just worn. It's got some worn spots on the face right here. There's that. And then that's pretty much it for that stuff. And then the highlights, I would say, of what I found in the rest of the collection. This is probably going to be it for this, me reviewing the stuff in this collection. I've gone through it pretty much and pretty much showed the highlights. But there's some really good ones here that I'm really psyched about. You're going to see why in a second. The first two are just loose, but not in great shape. But I did not have this card. It's got a little crease in it going on, but still, it's great to have. It's a 1972 Cecil Cooper rookie card. So I'm really glad to have that in the collection. Got the crease up there, but doesn't matter to me. It's still a Fisk rookie, and I'm glad to own that. There's that, and there's a halfway decent Jim Rice rookie, 75 tops. That's pretty nice. I did not have that one, so that's cool. And there was one of these in there. It was an 81 tops Harold Baines rookie. Very nice shape. Very nice shape. So that's cool. And then just a couple of football cards. I got 3 football cards. Nothing crazy, but I just thought they were cool. Here's a 78 tops Joe Klecko rookie. I always like Joe Klecko. Excuse me. Here's a 79 tops Ozzie Newsome rookie. He's a Hall of Famer. And then here is a 79 tops Doug Williams rookie. He won a World Series. He won a Super Bowl with the Redskins. So that's that. And then the 2 biggies that are left, really, really cool cards. There was a really nice, this card's in really nice shape, a little off-center, but I was really surprised to find this in there. This is a 1969 Roberto Clemente. I threw that in a magnetic. It just looks really nice in there. Really nice card. I mean, aside from being off-center in that top left corner, it's pretty, the card's in really nice shape. So, really glad to have that. And the probably the best of them all. Totally shocked when I came across this card. Again, the corners aren't super sharp, but the card itself, there's no creases. It's fairly well centered. I can't believe I am now the owner of this card. 73 tops Mike Schmidt rookie. So that is just fantastic. I was so freaking shocked when that came across when I was thumbing through the cards. Didn't expect that, but there it is, guys. That is it for the 2 collections I acquired. Really not much else to show. It's just a bunch of commons and other stuff. So I'm not going to bore you guys to death with a video on that stuff. But I want to just thank you, thank you for tuning in and watching my videos. I really do appreciate everybody who watches and comments. And I just want to wish everybody who's going to the National this year, have fun. Best times to you all. Wish I could be there with you, but it's just not happening this year for many reasons. But that's all I have to say about that. I'm sure you guys are going to have a blast. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of video footage and live streams that I will definitely be watching. Hope everybody has a safe trip out to Chicago and has fun and gets a lot of cool cards. And that's it, guys. I'm going to sign off now. May the cardboard god shine down upon everybody, and everybody have a great night, and I will see you on the next video. Peace. I'm out. Later.